Yeah, Evan Mobley shooting threes. I want to hear your thoughts down below right now before we continue the video. What do you guys think of Evan Mobley shooting threes? I know he shot threes last year. Like for a 21 game span between November and December, he shot about two threes a game at a 34% clip. Okay, so he's shown he can be a league average shooter. And he also shot for like the first 28 games, 38 games of his career, like 80+% from the free throw line. So he's got shooter's touch. As you guys see in the video, Luke Walton has been training with him on 3-point shots, which I have found interesting. And I think it's definitely something that could be good for Evan Mobley, just especially with the pick, having a guy who could pick and pop, especially because they have said Jared Allen being there on the floor. It allows them to have a bit more space on the floor. And I honestly think it's something that, all in all, in the long run, will be most beneficial for this team, as it'll allow them to continue to be able to space the floor, especially with Donovan Mitchell. Now they'll be able to have like Mitchell, Dean Wade, or Okuro, or Karis LeVert, whoever plays the wing position, all be able to go to the wing. Garland, Wade, Mitchell, Mobley, and the only guy that'll be on inside on offense is Jared Allen. But what the other thing it does is it allows you to run different types of picks and rolls. You can run a pick and roll where you call for an Evan Mobley pick and roll, but you're also calling for a Jared Allen pick and roll. So what you're doing is you're calling. Actually, let me rephrase this. You're calling for an Evan Mobley pick and pop while calling for a Jared Allen pick and roll. So you have off ball Evan Mobley get a set of pick and pop for pick for Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell can cut. That allows you to get a guy to cut towards the basket. That's an option. Then Evan Mobley becomes an option himself because he's going to pop. But at the same time, you have you're pick and rolling with Jared Allen. So you have 3 options now. 4 options, actually, if you're Darius Garland. Darius Garland can take it to the rack after the pick and pop. He can lob it to Jared Allen. He can dish it backdoor to the man cutting down below, which in this scenario is Donovan Mitchell. Or the 4th option, he can kick it out to the top of the key to the guy who just picked and pop, which his name is Evan Mobley. So I think that's something people aren't considering, and I think that could be very, good for this team, as it's something that, I just feel like it's an underrated skill and something that could tremendously help this team, as for it would continue to allow them to space the floor, and something that Ricky Rubio and Raul Neto can run. And I just think it's something that people are just undervaluing and just overlooking how much it could have, an effect on the team. And that's why I want to see hear your thoughts on the situation. What do you guys think of it? Are you guys with me on this, or is this just me? Maybe you guys agree, but I think it is something just different that people aren't like. Look, I think it's a team that is definitely going to be, I think, especially they also brought like Kevin Love. This means Kevin Love and Evan Mobley can run similar plays, and Kevin Love can back him up. Like when Evan Mobley's off the floor, they can run the same plays because they'll be able to pick and pop. It'll just be able to allow them to seamlessly use Kevin Love and Evan Mobley on the floor, rotating them in and out of the floor, which I think could be very beneficial for them. And I think it'll be fun for us as Cavs fans to watch. What's the crazy thing is, like, somebody will fight me and say I'm not a real Cavs fan, I guess, because I'm technically not. I just think it's a team that's done a good job of developing, their situation. So kudos to y'all. I will say that. Kudos to y'all. But so that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Am I wrong for saying this, or are you guys in agreement with me? As I do think this is something that is rather interesting, and it's going to, I think, dictate how this season goes. Like, I think the Cavs are definitely a top 6 seed, arguably a top 5, and that's all dependent on how you see the team. But man, I think it's going to be a fun season, and I think, the rich keep getting richer, especially if Evan Mobley is going to be shooting 3-pointers a lot more regularly than he was his rookie, or like maybe regularly is not the right word. I guess consistent, with more consistency. So I'd like to hear your thoughts down below. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I think it's going to be something interesting as all hell with the way that it's being played out. So that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Like, comment, do all that good jazz. Goodbye.